Hello, 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 my new human tribe. My name is Oracle Jessie, she, her, hers, and I am here for the new humans in the old souls. I am driving, if you can't tell, and so many exciting things happened this past week that I thought I should update you all while I'm driving. So, excuse me, excuse the road noise, excuse the heat going and the rain blowing and me being maybe distracted a little bit as I'm driving. So, currently I am on I-70 going from Indianapolis to St. Louis, Missouri. It is, what's today? It is Monday. So you guys will probably get this video next Tuesday because, like I said, I am delaying my videos, but that's not the important part. The important part is life is just so amazing for me. I was able to spend some time with my family, for Thanksgiving and the holidays, and then I decided to go to Indianapolis on Friday, I believe. Yeah, Friday, and meet up with my grandparents to have lunch with them, and they gave me my Christmas presents, which was $100 for Spotify. I love it so much. $100 worth of Spotify. That's 10 months worth of music. That is unlimited skipping, full control of all of my playlists, and no commercials. The most important part. And I knew they were probably going to get me something like that, but I didn't know I was going to get $100 worth, So what I got myself beforehand was they were running a special for 3 months for $9.99. So I got myself 3 months for $9.99. Merry Christmas to me. And so I already canceled it, and I've got my $100 ready and loaded up there, and I am so stoked to be enjoying a year and a month of commercial-free music, basically. So that happened, and then I worked Fridays and Saturday, and Saturday my parents and my other grandma was down, so I got to have lunch with them after they hung out with my sister for a little bit. Then on Sunday I went to hang out with my sister, and then also on Sunday I went to see my friend Michelle over at the Divine Key on the south side of Indianapolis because I wanted to see her new shop. So it's really, really cool. They have a bunch of herbs and oils and candles that you can do your own candle. You can do your own inscription for the candle, and I don't know wholly how it works, but if you show up on the south side of Indy at the Divine Key, they will help you through it 100%. And they have stones, of course. I'm restocking myself because I don't know what happened, but my stones are gone. I had a decent collection of stones, and it had some little personal things in there, but I think it just ended up in one of the vehicles that we had, in the past year or 8 months or whatever, and I don't have them anymore. So I'm kind of a little bummed about that, but at the same time, it's also literally a weight off of my shoulders, and now I have this opportunity to start collecting new stones, new crystals that totally resonate with me. And if the stones are somewhere, they just gotta be somewhere. I don't know. If they're no longer with me, then they are with somebody that needs them, right? So that's what's going on there. So I got a little stone and I got a reading, and she sets lights for people. And so I signed up for the sweetener light because I wanted to invite more ease and flow into my life, because I really appreciate the ease and flow I currently have. Why not ask for more? And what you appreciate appreciates. I'm sorry about this camera angle, guys. It's not the best. But anyway, so what you appreciate appreciates. So I want more ease and flow, and I'm learning and reteaching myself and celebrating my awareness and listening to my intuition. I am so excited about being more and more connected with spirit and being able to hear and listen to my guides and just spirit, God, the universe talking directly to me, being that open divine channel for healing. Drinking kombucha. It is Synergy's Watermelon Wonder. Delicious. Anyway. But, so yeah, I am inviting in more ease and flow and just listening to the abundance. And so the reading I got from Michelle was just really, really powerful and really, really affirming. And I totally recommend her. I only go to a few handful of readers because, I have that standard that I'm looking for. I've been reading for over 11 years, and I know what I want, and I have high standards. If I do not admire that person as a reader, I'm not getting a reading from them, because I have that high standard for myself. So, definitely recommend a reading from Michelle. So, we discussed a lot of things, a lot of things. Mainly that, yes, this traveling is what I'm supposed to be doing, what I get to be doing, what I get to celebrate doing, and it's just really, really the right thing for my path right now. And it's probably going to be another couple years of me traveling unless something big comes up, and I don't really anticipate anything coming up that'll change that. And so I told her about a couple things that I'm manifesting, and I will share one of them with you all here. I told her first thing that I was kind of sad about and still grieving about about no longer having my my cats. And so I'm sure you all figured it out, but I don't think I've spoken about it on the channel. It's just I no longer have them, and I am still sad and hurt about it. And the level of sadness and hurt and grief that I'm experiencing when I'm thinking about them tells me that I am not ready to accept a new cat specifically into my life. I know I will have more in the future, but that's further down the line for me that I envision for myself that, stuff could happen. I could accept one in tomorrow. I don't know. Totally open to it. But at this time, it's just not right. But I have been thinking about getting a dog or a puppy. I kind of do want a puppy. I have seen the recent videos with Carolyn. For those of you in the nomadic community, it is. I was living vicariously through her with the puppy initially, and then also heartbroken for her, and just feeling a lot of empathy and compassion for her during this time, especially so close to losing Capone and her little puppy Huck. Yeah, right, and so close afterwards. So much love and compassion to send to her and the community in general. Anyway, so I think I am calling in a puppy. But I would also be open to a dog. I think she was right that a puppy would be more trainable, more teachable, and just in general, just that experience of having a little one sounds good to me. Sounds like sounds like something that really interests me and really calls to me during this time, especially since I am going to be doing more and more of my paintings and things, and having those sales help me in the living, while also still doing Uber Eats, of course. And just I don't know what kind. I don't have names picked out yet. I just met up with my one of my dear friends, and they asked if I had a kind or if in mind, or if I had a name picked out, and I said no, not really. I'm just calling it in right now. So that's where I'm at in this stage in the process. I am thinking about what breeds or what type of dog would do well in this lifestyle, and the lifestyle specifically to how the way I do it currently, and my ideal lifestyle, what it would be like as it evolves. So yeah, and there's been progress, at least in the energy ethers, towards getting my healing sanctuary, getting my healing center. There's been more movement as far as narrowing down to where I might consider getting land for the healing center. And Michelle was instrumental in doing that as well. So yeah, anyway, sorry, back on the puppy. So, Michelle said, I will put her on the spot. She said that I would find my puppy or my dog in Texas, which is eventually where I'm going. I'm going to end up in Austin, Texas, much like I did last year. And I'm not going to be there for very long because I am still planning on going to the RTR and the WRTR over in Arizona. So it's and I'm going to St. Louis for, right now I'll be in St. Louis for a couple of days. But it's kind of exciting. I'm kind of excited to heal what grief needs to be healed surrounding my kitties, and also open up at the same time for the abundance of having a puppy in my life, and what that would mean, and what that would look like, and how much of a practice in love and acceptance for myself as well as another being, and what that would look like for me. So yeah, I am so stoked as far as that goes. And then the land thing it's not going to come around for another couple of years. And this is one of the things that I'm still conceptualizing out in my head, at least as far as like planning goes. And Michelle said that once I get a plan down, there's still going to be more breathing room to move, room for spontaneity, room for spirit to allow things to happen. And I also know myself too. Some friends are lovingly trying to help with setting a timeline, and I'm like, no, there's no rush to do these things. I am going to be 30 in February. I am only going to be 30 in February. There's no rush. I am in no rush to do these things. I know that this will come about in perfect timing, and I am not in a place where I need to set deadlines for myself, for spirit, for the universe. That's too demanding and it just doesn't feel right to me. And if it doesn't feel right to me, then it's not right. It's just not gonna happen. And so I'm in this perfect place right now. Oh my gosh, such the perfect place. I will show you guys how perfect of a place I am in. One of the things that I also did this weekend was go to get my aura picture. So if you haven't had your aura picture taken before, you put your hands on these, on this metal thing. I don't know what they do, but you line up your hands with these, and your fingers with these things, and so they send something through you, and then they take a picture, and it takes a minute to take the picture, and the picture comes out like a Polaroid. And so this is my Polaroid picture of my aura. So what this means basically is that I am balanced and very connected to my spirit, to my guides, and my heart chakra, the green here, is open. The orange and red is the creativity coming from within. The blue at the top means I am speaking and leading with my truth. And yeah, I'm just very connected right now to spirit. My third eye is clear. I'm just being able to be open for possibility, and that possibility is gonna just lead me. I hope I didn't bend my picture. Lead me in the right direction. No, I didn't. Lead me in the right direction, and just, yeah, I'm saying yes to life right now. I am so stoked to be in this position. I am feeling so alive. I'm feeling so happy. I'm feeling so connected, feeling so full of love and joy and compassion, and it's amazing. And there are some other things that Michelle and I talked about that some of them are just too tender to share, but basically with this healing center, there's going to be a community of people that come together that help bring it together, and that's exactly what I want. And I've been building this energetically for a long time. So when I say I want an intentional community, I want a community that is just as invested into this as I am, and just as invested in being evolving into their best selves, into their most ideal selves. And so I am interested in forming relationships and connections with people who are evolving out of the scarcity and lack consciousness into accepting the fuller abundance of this universe, and knowing that we are infinite beings with infinite potential, eternal beings living in the now. It's just so important for me at this time to be building those connections, especially going into 2020, building connections that are really based on human compassion and love, and just the honoring and respecting the deity within each of us, the God within all of us. And so just allowing people to be exactly as they are and as they show up, and not needing them to do anything different. So I know it's all going to happen in perfect timing, and I really got confirmation and validation from my reading yesterday, from my reading with Michelle. There was no rush that she saw with timing. It's going to happen within a couple years' time. I'm going to be able to find exactly where I want it to be exactly, and then I'll have to, I'm still thinking about conceptualizing and figuring out where I want it to be. And like I keep saying this, one of these days I'll actually share the information that I know, and maybe do some channeling, maybe do some channeled paintings about it. But the climate is literally changing. Like within 10 years, 2030, the world, climate-wise, will look so much different than it does right now. And that is one of my driving visions, and one of the driving things behind this intentional community, sustainable off-grid living thing is part of that. Is like, okay, so it's going to look like this in the future. Where are we as kind, compassionate, loving humans going to be best off? And what will be sustainable long-term in the new energy, in the new climate, in the new earth that we are bringing in? So that's a lot of what I'm looking at when I'm looking for a place, is the environment and ecology around it, like literally the environment around it, and also allowing space to live more closely with nature. And there's definitely space there to open up to, and for me to be teachable with other people, because there's some stuff that I know, and there's some stuff that I know as a futurist, but there's a difference between in the practicality of it, I guess. So yes, I am so stoked for living this life, so stoked for just I can't, there's nothing can go wrong right now. Nothing. And I am so happy. I know that if something were to go wrong, what's that mean, first off? And then second, like, I can handle it. Whatever it is, I can handle it. I got AAA now. I can handle it. Okay. Yeah, I think I rambled on enough. If you're here, if you're watching, if you stayed all the way through, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for witnessing. Thank you for your interest, and as I say in the description on these videos, I am looking for like-minded people at this time. There's very specific ways I am asking for help on my dream and mission and vision, and as you can tell, timeline is not one of them. Thank you for honoring that. But where I am asking for help is if you are interested in something like this, or if you know people who would be interested in something like this, or even shifting topics just a little bit in artwork and paintings and stuff. And the Premonition Paintings, if you would be interested in receiving more information about the Premonition Paintings and the readings there, or if you know someone who is, or if you know some galleries that might be interested in showing my pieces, or I don't know. I don't know. However that works. So, yeah. I love you all so much. I am so stoked about life right now. I am so full and so happy, and so, I keep saying that, but I don't know how else to describe it. Like, this is my life, and I love it. I feel like I am on my way, and I am fully appreciative of where I am because I've been through some shit. And that's okay. That's really okay. I'm really okay with that. Okay, I'm going to hop off here because the time is ticking, and I'm going to enjoy my drive to St. Louis. I'm going to the City Museum. So, I'm going to be climbing around here in a couple days. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for witnessing. Thank you for living your best life, however that looks for you. However that looks for you. I'm going to hop off. I love you all. Hasta la bye-bye.